My family scared them away. I just wish there was some way I can make them understand how embarrassing they are.
Welcome back to Diane. Erica, it's time for Mario's little confession.
Erica, you know I love you, but I gotta come clean. I'm not really a man. I'm a woman.
Oh my God, you're a woman?
Well, actually, I'm not really a woman. I'm a horse.
Oh my God, you're a horse?
Actually, I'm not really a horse. I'm a broom.
Okay. So, how do you feel?
To be honest with you, Diane, I'm surprised.
Inner guidance, and that's really what's causing most of us to get confused. So for me, transformation is absolutely what you say. It's a mindset thing, it's an embodiment thing, but it is that we are changing our whole physical state of being. We are transforming every cell in our body. So we're literally changing, we're becoming new.
Excellent. There's something I want to add. You said transforming is blocking someone we were or someone we want to be. I think that we are always transforming all along our life because we are facing very issues, and we are always transforming to become someone better, a better version of ourselves. But it doesn't mean that we want to be the one we were before. I mean, we just want to make sure that we are getting better with whatever you're facing in life, whether it's kids, whether it's a new job, whether it's age, whatever experiences we are facing. So we are always getting new, and the world is changing. We are changing. We've seen it with Spain in the last couple of years. It was difficult for everyone. So we have to adapt ourselves. And to do that, Catherine and you were right. We need to have the right mindset and to be ready in ourselves to change, to embrace it.
Yeah.
So my question...
But we can't change unless we know who we are. We can't change when we don't realize that when we aren't in that space of knowing, you know what, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about me. I know who I am. I know. And therefore I know my capability. I know where I can go, where I can become. And I think that that's really the key. The reminding is not about going back to our old habits. The reminding is going back to what our essence is. Going back to what we were when we came into this world, this absolute potential of creation. So for me, that's what the transformation is, when we remember that, and then we move into that as the fullness of who we can become. Because we all know, we just got to find it.
Well, that is something which I'm going to challenge each of you on. So whoever goes first in answering this, the other two will have a chance to think of their answers. but basically, I know. But basically, so each of us in the room today, we are noticeably different thinkers from many of our clients and from people in general life. So my question basically is, Catherine, you say the first thing you need to change is the mindset. I increasingly believe less that people are aware that they're operating on a mindset. For most people, it just is.
Yeah.
So Catherine, that first step of changing the mindset, how do you go about doing that? And the reason, I'll give context for the question, someone's going to come to you when they've already gone through the horror and struggle and they're probably on a down. Is that true? Or is it that they've realized this difference and they're moving up?
Well, I think mindset is around your operating system. You know, how you operate, how you see the world, how you think, because you might have a false sense of who you are. You believe you are something, but you are not this kind of person. You are not acting as if you should act, because you have a false sense of who you are. And the main question is about becoming clear about who you are and who you want to be, who you want to become, and what do you need to do to become that person. What do you need to achieve to become that person, the person you want to be?
That is my point, though.
Because you need to change your belief. You need to
Yes,
change your beliefs.
but here's the thing, and this is why a challenge on the question is that most people, in my experience, don't. So
Realize.
yeah, so like the whole nature of belief is that you believe what you believe to be objectively true. So, you know, a religion or a cultural practice or a bias about something. And so what people need to do, as opposed to what they're able to do, must differ. So, Shirin, if we come to you, how do you break that mindset?
Well, okay. So one of the best ways of helping someone change their mindset, first of all, is getting them to learn, first of all, how to just calm down. And I think that's what Catherine, a lot of what Catherine's saying is I agree with, absolutely. But what we really need to do is get them to see a different world, a different way of looking at things. So a lot of the time, what's happening, why they come and see us, is something's not working. Right. So if something's not working, it must mean that they're looking at that in a way that's not helpful for them. And one of the ways of actually giving them a different way of thinking about things is to actually just ask questions that allow them to start to look deeper inside themselves. Oh, okay, so yeah, you believe that. So what makes that true? What makes that true for you? I don't necessarily have that belief. So how come you've got that? Where did that come from? Even just starting with that process of just simple asking questions is the way to get them to start to go, oh, my world's not the same as everybody else. Because the thing is, they need to recognize that we don't all think alike. We are different. And because we're different, it doesn't make us wrong, but what it does is it gives us a different way of working in the world. And maybe the best way is to find how we can work in somebody else's world as well. And then that gives them the flexibility to be able to shift a little bit. So one of my things is really getting them to really down-regulate, because the moment they down-regulate, we bring cognitive mind online, and that allows them to be able to, it almost gives a distancing so that they can observe and they're not in it and they can see outside it. And that's when you can start to give them a very new chance to see a new perspective.
So this is very much like what Catherine was saying, concentrate on being rather than doing. There's an interesting book, actually, I read about a year ago called, I forgot the name now, the Things That Matter in Life. And it was talking about the fact that up until 45, 48, 50, you're living in your parents' lifestyle, basically. Nicholas, what I'm trying to get to is, look, so people are going to be watching these videos or this conversation, and if we took it on a spectrum, there'll be up to 90 degrees of people that don't even know what they don't know, nor have any desire in finding out about it. In fact, in my experience, they get quite upset if you challenge them. So at what level do you find people coming to you?